Hello guys, and welcome to another quick tutorial from Vintage Radar. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the watch battery on your Casio Baby G that features the watch battery CER1220. So this is going to be the exact battery type that this model is being powered with, so CER1220. You can also have other watch batteries out there, for example CER1216, or something really common for Timex and Casio watches is going to be the CER2016. Usually you will be able to find the exact battery type on the internet, or in case your watch battery is dead and has the original or previous watch battery inside, when you open it up you will be able to read the exact battery type on that battery. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Now when it comes to working on your watches, I would definitely recommend to go and grab a few things before actually starting to work on your watches. As you can see here, I have my usual watch tools, and something that I would recommend to go and grab off Amazon is going to be the basic watchmaker toolkit. As you can see, you have the screwdriver, a pair of tweezers, the pin remover, watch wrench that you can use in order to open screw down bags. Also for snap off bags you can adjust the bracelets. There are a bunch of things that you can do with this basic watchmaker toolkit. And also if you have snap off bags, in case you have watches that feature the snap off bags, you are going to need a watch press so that you can press down the back of the watch when you finish replacing the watch battery. As you can see here, I have a bunch of watch batteries. I would definitely recommend to go and grab one by Renata or Maxell, because these are higher quality compared to Chinese brands just like this one right here. So you can go and grab these because they are going to have more juice, more energy stored inside, and your watch is going to last longer. Casio watches are known for having a lifespan of around at least 3 to 5 years, even longer. For example, the F91W is going to last for over 10 years. So guys, without any further ado, let's replace the CER1220 on our Casio Baby G. So the first thing that we want to do is to take off this watch guard. As you can see right here, I will be able to grab it on one side and easily remove it, as you can see, just like that. If this is the first time that you are doing a watch battery replacement, you can take a few pictures throughout the process so that you remember how everything was placed before. I'm going to leave everything that I take off on this side of the table. Now, as you can see on this particular model, I have this NATO strap, but you are going to also have a few other versions out there when it comes to G Shock watches. For example, this one where you have to remove the pins, or this type when it comes to the Casio Oaks where you have the quick release system. Now in our case, I'm going to remove this strap right here. And now you'll be able to see that I have these two parts that I need to remove. I believe these are not the original ones, but were actually placed onto the watch, matching the watch case so that they can accommodate this type of straps, so these one-piece NATO straps. Now in order to remove these pins before actually removing the screws on the back, we are going to use this pin remover. You are going to find one in your basic watchmaker toolkit as well. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below to this individual one as well. And what you want to do is to use the part with the two teeth right here. You want to grab the metallic pin, and then you want to push it inward, and you want to move the strap, or in this case these pieces, further away from the case so that you can remove the pins. Once again, I'm going to leave everything right here. As you can see, I have the spring bar, so the metallic pin and the plastic part right there, and I'm going to repeat the process on the other side as well. Make sure to take your time. Sometimes these spring bars, these metallic pins, can actually jump across the room, so make sure to take your time and also have a clean workspace where you can actually put everything together. As you can see in this particular case, we have only 2 screws on the back of the watch, so 2 are actually missing. This means that this watch won't be good for taking with you inside the pool or in the shower, because water is going to get inside and you will be damaging your watch movement. So make sure to also take that into consideration. Sometimes people ask if this DIY battery replacement is going to cancel the water resistance. If done properly, if you do everything accordingly, you will keep that water resistance. So if you put the gasket back, the screws, everything together as it was before, you will actually keep that water resistance that Casio G Shock watches have of 100 or 200 meters. As you can see, you will also be able to read the exact model here. This is going to be the BG212. Now what I'm going to do is to take my screwdriver. As you can see, you are going to find the exact one in the basic watchmaker toolkit. I use this a lot. It makes it very easy to remove these screws. So we are going to remove each and one of them. In my case, only 2, because that is everything that this particular model had, and I do not have any extra from other watches. Now I'm going to put the 2 screws also on the right side. Now something really important when removing the back of the watch, you can see that we have Casio written this way, and it is going to match the exact style of Casio, so you do not want to place it the other way around. Always make sure to take these pictures or to remember everything. So I'm going to remove the back of the watch. I'm going to place it right here, and something really important here is that you have this rubber part sometimes on certain Casio G Shock watches that needs to be put back in a certain position. Once again, as you can see, I have the Casio written this way, just like that. So I'm going to remove this part and I'm going to place it just as it was found inside the watch, just like this. So I know that this is going to be at 12 o'clock and this at 6 o'clock. Now, as you can see, I also have the gasket. This is going to be the rubber gasket that actually ensures that water resistance. And you have this groove that actually allows this gasket to go inside. If you have the option to grease it, that would be great. That actually adds up to the water resistance, and that should be done, let's say, a few years, every 3 or 5 years. I'm going to remove it and put it here as well. Make sure to use maybe a pair of tweezers that is not metallic when you take all these parts, and you do not want to short circuit your watch, or you do not want to grab your watch battery with a metallic pair of tweezers, in case you have the option. In case you do not have the option and you only have your metallic pair of tweezers, you can do so, but you need to take into consideration that this can actually drain the energy from your watch battery. Now guys, since we have opened the watch and we have all of our pieces right here on the table, what we want to do now is to open the watch cage, then replace the watch battery, close the cage back, and then do the AC reset. So this is something that I have seen many people struggle with, and I have seen a lot of mistakes, people that claim that they have broke the watch cage on their Casio G Shock watch or their Baby G, and that is why I would recommend to have your basic watchmaker toolkit. You are going to need a pair of tweezers, a metallic pair of tweezers that has this very thin tip, and that is going to give you access to the cage and to open it very gently. So what you want to do is to use only one tip of your pair of tweezers and to access right here in between the metallic part and the plastic. So what you want to do is to insert one tip and then try to push it further away from the watch, and you will be able to see that the watch cage opens, and at a certain point you will hear that click, that snap, and as you can see, the watch cage has opened. Now, something really important to take into consideration and to avoid is to apply too much pressure. That can be a good indicator that you are doing something wrong. And also do not use let's say a very thick tool that can actually damage, bend, or break the watch cage, because if this is going to be broken, you won't be able to push it back and to actually keep the battery in place. Now at this point, if you have the option to opt for a non-metallic pair of tweezers, carbon or plastic, this is where you want to maneuver your watch batteries using a non-conductive, so a non-metallic pair of tweezers, because that won't conduct electricity. So what you want to do is to grab the watch battery, take it out very gently, and then we are going to use the new watch battery. In my case, I'm going to use the exact watch battery because this is almost new, and as you can see, you can use a brand new watch battery. Once again, make sure to order the exact battery type that your Casio G Shock watch uses. Once again, I'm going to use the exact same battery, so I'm going to pick it up once again with my non-metallic pair of tweezers. Here you want to be very careful because as you can see, we have that small metallic pin that stands out and you do not want to bend it or break it. And after you have placed the watch battery inside, make sure to secure it to make sure that it's in its place, that is fully aligned with the gap that it has. And then what you want to do is to push this part of the cage until you are going to hear that snap, so that click. This points to the fact that the watch cage is now closed. So this is the correct way to open and to close the watch cage on your Casio Baby G or on your Casio G Shock watch. Other brands might have different types of watch cages, but I have seen that Casio G Shock watches use these types a lot, so that is why you do not want to break them. Now, something really important before starting to do the process the other way around, so from bottom to start, is to do the AC reset. As you can see, you will be able to search on the back of the watch a small AC right here indicator, so we know that one tip of our pair of tweezers should go inside here, and then we have a plus. On some watches you might have a sticker, maybe this one was removed, or on other watches you might see this sticker or this indication on the inner part of the back of the watch, so you will be able to read this info right here. So it depends. So what I want to do is to connect the AC with the plus for around 3 seconds. So I'm going to insert one tip of the pair of tweezers right here, and the other I'm going to touch it here at the plus. I'm going to hold it for 3 seconds, then I'm going to remove it. And what you want to see when you turn the watch around is that it started once again from 0. So we have 0, 0 and just a few seconds. This is a good indication that the AC was done accordingly, so properly. There are some cases, for example on Casio F91W or other G-Shock watches, where it might take, let's say, 5 to 10 seconds for the watch to become clear again. In case you see some gibberish around here, you can leave it like that for 30 seconds. And I have seen this case on some Timex Ironman Triathlon digital watches, and that eventually resolves itself. And you should be good to go now. So we have done the AC, and now we are going to start the process backwards. Once again, guys, if you have the option to grease your gasket, make sure to do so. I do not have that with me at this moment, so I cannot do it, but the gasket seems to be in very good condition. Once again, since I do not have all of my screws, I won't be entering the pull with this exact watch because it won't hold its water resistance. As you can see, I have placed it back in its place, and now this is why I have told you to put all of your pieces on the table the way they were inside the watch, or to also take pictures, because now I'm going to take this protection and I'm going to place it directly as it was before. So this was the position that it had inside the watch when I opened it, and this is how I'm going to leave it. After that, what you want to do is to take the back of the watch, and once again make sure to have the writing pointing the correct way, and I'm going to place the metallic back on top. Now what I want to do now is to make sure that the gasket wasn't caught in between the back of the watch and the plastic case, because sometimes when you put the back of the watch back, you will actually move the gasket a little and you can actually damage that gasket, and once again you won't have that water resistance. Now I'm going to take the screws, place them one by one. You can start with one end and then go the opposite parts. So I can start with the one on the top right corner and then continue with the one on the bottom left corner and then do the other two. In my case, as I mentioned, I will only be doing two of them because the other two are missing. But once again, make sure to take your time and do everything as it was before. Now you might wonder how hard you should screw down those screws. So you don't want to have them loose, but not try to over screw them in, because you can actually also damage the watch, so the plastic that holds the screws in place. Now we have put the screws back on the watch, and now we want to also place the strap. So what you want to do is to take the stainless steel spring bars, place them inside, and then you might have the strap here, so not these small parts, these extenders that can actually be used for the NATO straps. And what you want to do is to make sure that one tip of the spring bar is inside the hole. Then you are going to take the pin remover, use the part with the two teeth, and grab this other tip and push it inwards. I hope you guys can see that. And then what you want to do is to move it a little to make sure that it is in place. Then you want to also try to grab it a little to make sure that it is in place. After you have done the first one, you can proceed with the next one. In case you have a strap that is made of two pieces, what you want to do, for example, when we have our Casio Oak, you can see that the part with the buckle is going to go at 12 o'clock and the other end at 6 o'clock. Now I'm going to repeat the same process on the other end as well. As you can see, I want to take the pin, put it inside the first hole, then place everything and hold it with my left hand, so your non-dominant hand, and then using the right hand, in my case, once again with the part of the two teeth from the pin remover, I'm going to place the second part inside. Once again, I want to move it a little to make sure that it is positioned correctly, and then we are going to place the strap in and also the watch guard. First I'm going to put on the watch guard. So first I'm going to place it on one end and then extend it a little over the case, a little more. You are going to maybe also hear that click. And now, as I mentioned, I want to place my strap with the buckle at 12 o'clock. So I'm going to take it through the first set of lugs, so through the first loop, pull it a little, and then take it through the second one, just like this. So guys, that was the quick tutorial that I had for you today. You now know how to replace the watch battery on your Casio Baby G with the CR1220. As I mentioned, you will be able to use this exact tutorial to replace other types of Casio G Shock watch batteries or Baby G watch batteries out there, as long as you pre-order or order the exact watch battery type that your watch needs. Also, if you enjoyed this tutorial, guys, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel, leave a comment. It really helps the channel grow. Please let me know in the comments if you managed to replace the watch battery, if this watch tutorial was useful, what you would like to see next on the YouTube channel. Also, guys, if you are into vintage watches, make sure to check out our website, vintageradar.com, link in the description box below. Once again, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to see you on the next video.